Hello all, and welcome to my next video. In this one we're going to be taking I paused because I was thinking about just giving the forewarning of it's still raining pretty bad outside. I don't know if you can hear it or not. When I unboxed Ultron, you saw the light flash and my power went out for a very split second. And as I was unboxing April O'Neil, there was a loud thunder that I jumped on. So here's to hoping with Big John Studd here that nothing happens. But yeah, we're taking a look at the Legends Series 11 Target exclusive Big John Studd WWE Elite Collection. So really happy to get this. In my mailbag, I mentioned how I totally forgot I bought this, even though it was like just a few days ago, like a week ago. I ordered it, and just totally forgot it. And I thought that box was going to be some more of the Simpsons stuff, and it was Big John Studd, so cool. I think they've stepped it up with the Legends. Like, the first couple, the original Legends series was pretty good. They had, that more square box, and this is pretty much a square, or rectangle, but, they had, a bigger box. That's where we got, that early Rock. There's an early Austin from that line. I think that's when we got Terry Funk, right? And a Bob Orton. Did we get a Savage in that original line? Anyway, since they've brought it back, I think they've been doing a pretty good job. Their Eddie Guerrero was amazing. I have that one. A lot of the ones they've been releasing have just been really good. And I think this wave is one of the best ones, to the point where I almost considered getting all of this wave. I didn't. I ended up only getting 3 of the 4, but I did seriously consider getting almost all of them. So yeah, we have Big John Studd here. This is Series 11. This wave has Bam Bam Bigelow, a Scott Hall, Big John Studd, and Macho Man Randy Savage. I have Bam Bam Bigelow and Scott Hall on the way. I got Big John Studd. I ended up skipping out on the Savage. I have too many Randy Savages. I think Randy Savage is the figure I now have the most of in wrestling. It's him or The Rock. And so as much as I love the cream of the crop thing, I couldn't really bring myself to get another Savage, which is funny because I do have another Savage on the way in the mail. It's not this one. But there is another Randy Savage on the way in the mail, and that was also a catalyst for why I didn't get this one. But there we go. There's Big John Studd's little bio if you want to read it. Yeah, Big John Studd, he's kind of one of those, I don't want to say he's a forgotten legend, but I think there's a bit of that Paul Orndorff thing. Paul Orndorff recently passed, and it was this kind of mourning for the wrestling community because we all know just how awesome he really was. And I think Big John Studd is similar in that regard. He passed a long time ago, but we kind of forget how important in that early kind of rock and wrestling era he is. His feud with Andre was a big deal. And he was the original giant of the WWF until Andre came around. And it even talks about that here on the little bio. I've never had a Big John Studd before, so this is my first Big John Studd figure, and I'm glad it's this one. It looks great. Yeah, I've been really impressed with this Legend series. My only complaint is this series is Target exclusive, so I have to rely on friends from the Instagram group, which is where I got this one. My friend Cranky's found a couple of them for me. He found the Eddie Guerrero for me. Yeah, so really excited for this. Like I said, never had a Big John Studd before, and really happy to have one now. And cool. So let's go ahead and get into this. Big John Studd's one of those early, Heenan family members, too, so... and I'm always down with anybody in the Heenan family. We need a King Haku. Have we gotten a King Haku figure yet? That would be awesome. I'd love a King Haku. I think that's it. There's a Heenan family pack, right? That comes with Andre and Big John Studd and somebody else. Mr. Perfect, I think. Not a Haku though, I don't think. Okay, so there we go. Backdrop is just a little WWE Legends thing. Okay, so we got here. We'll go over the accessories first. He does come with interchangeable hands. I like that WWE is getting better about giving everybody interchangeable hands. I'm always down for that, especially because so many other series don't. But he comes with closed-fisted hands already equipped. Here is some mic holding hands. So we do have two. They did pack in his robe separately, which is a nice touch, as everybody kind of knows the robes have been a little bit of an issue for Mattel. I believe even the AEW figures have had some issues with them, where there's a lot of bleed through for figures. The Rick Rude one, the SummerSlam Rick Rude, like a couple years ago, was the biggest offender of that. It had a black robe and it was staining the figure, so they re-released it and the robe was packed separately. And since then, they've been packing the robe separately. I unboxed the Paul Orndorff a while back, and that robe was unboxed separately. But here's Big John Studd's. It's got his initials, BSJ. It's pretty simple. It's just a red and white boxing robe with his initials on it. Simple, but effective. It's kind of all you needed back then. I like it. It's just a soft, good material. I always prefer this. Well, okay. I shouldn't say always, but a good 90% of the time, I prefer the soft goods over the hard goods. Just like obvious reasons. Come on, like they kind of unless they have like that mechanic where you can, like the Kairi Sane figure had that thing where you could pop off her arm and then get the hard good jacket off easy. I'm cool with it if it's like that. But if it's not, if it's like the Edge figures or the Undertaker figures that had really those hard plastic goods, then those suck, man. Like they're just so hard to get on and off. But I'm glad Big John Studd came with an actual robe, like Paul Orndorff did, so totally happy with that. Oh, he does not want to come out of this box. Come on, John. There we go. All right. Ooh. Mine might have a little bit of an issue going on here with the head. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Excuse me, I'm just kind of getting them straightened out here. Ooh. Stiff knees. Alright, there we go. Alright, Big John Studd. I like this figure a lot. I like the chest hair, even though it's just painted on. Obviously, I would want it to be painted on. There's funny enough, this got brought up in a major wrestling figure video recently. There's a Shawn Michaels that has like real chest hair or something like that, like real fake hair, and it's really weird. I'd rather have the painted on, to be honest. I like the hair on this. It's not too long. It's right about the same thing. I do think it could be like a little bit more blonde. Mike, in person it's not as bad, but on camera it's almost got like a reddish tinge to it. I don't know if you can tell. So I wish the hair was a little bit more blonde. I think it would look a little bit better that way. I do like the head sculpt though. It's a good head sculpt for Big John Studd. The beard, I actually like the beard. I saw some people complaining about it. But it is like blonde with like some hints of black in it, which is kind of how Big John Studd's beard was. So I'm cool with it. I actually think the beard is a nice touch. I just wish, like, if you notice like the blonde and the beard here, I wish his hair was more that color. I think it would look a little bit better if that were the case. He's got the white and black, white tights with the black stars, red boots. And pretty basic, that's what he is. He's an old school big man, you know. Not a lot of flash going on here with them. But I do like it. They did, if you straighten him out a little bit more, he's definitely got like that big barrel chest kind of going. I like that he's painted like evenly. I've noticed with some like bigger wrestlers, like an Otis, that their midsection tends to be like off color compared to the arms. Because they'll reuse arms, but then do like more original chests or stuff, and they end up looking like off color. Big John Studd's doesn't, which is fantastic. I'm happy for that. I might be wrong, but I think this might be the Walter body. It looks similar. I'm probably wrong. If anybody can correct me, please correct me. But it kind of looks like that with hair. But like he matches very well. It's not. It doesn't have like the weird discoloration that you kind of see with Otis figures, or other like kind of burly big guys. For whatever reason, they that and singlets. The old Jason Jordan American Alpha Elite had that real bad. Where like he was like discolored on the skin tone compared to the rest of his body. And I remember seeing that with the Otis as well. Like the Otis Elite had that problem. But Big John Studd doesn't, so really happy with that. Let's see if he stands. Oh, maybe not quite. Ah, there we go. Cool. He does. He's got a little bit of a sway to him, but it works. Yeah, really nice to have it. I like it. I'm glad to just finally have a Big John Studd figure. I never had one. A few months ago, probably back around, May, like right around May, when summer was starting up, I came really close to buying a Jakks Big John Studd. And then I think that's when I saw this one was coming out, and I was like, okay, I'm waiting for that. But I'm glad I waited. I think it's a fantastic figure. I think he's a guy that was... we've had a few before, but like was long overdue to kind of get a solo awesome release like this. Again, if I had one complaint, it's the hair. I do wish the hair was more of a blonde and didn't have like this reddish tinge to it. But besides that, I think it's an awesome figure. I think it's a good one to have. I think he's a legend that, much like Paul Orndorff, we don't talk a lot about, but we probably should, just because of how kind of instrumental in moving things forward he was. You know, his peak was probably, you know, before the rock and wrestling era, but he still plays a big part in the rock and wrestling era. So, you know, for that, I like Big John Studd. Thumbs up, man. I think this is a cool figure, even with the kind of off hair color. Soft good robe, always a plus. Love it. Interchangeable hands. Happy we're getting those with pretty much everybody now. And yeah, that's Big John Studd. I'm still undecided whether I'll do the Bam Bam Bigelow and Scott Hall. I got those from the same guy, so I don't know if I'll do that unboxing together or if I'll do them separately. We'll find out. Probably separately, just because it's easier for me to talk about wrestling than a lot of other stuff, so I can kind of ramble on. But yeah, looking forward to those. Legend Series 11, I think it's a really good set. I think the next few Legend Series are really good, because we're getting, like in the next 4 sets or so, we're going to be getting the DX Army DX figures, and we're getting that Kevin Nash to go with the Scott Hall. We're getting a new Jake the Snake, that with the fire pants when he attacked Randy Savage. We're getting a lot of really cool stuff coming down the Legends line. So yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do what you want to do. And thank you for watching if you did. Yeah, Big John Studd, thumbs up. I'll catch you guys in the next video.